hop into the server here. We'll take a look as TeamOne start things off on the T side. We'll see how they fare up against a very difficult Gaimin Gladiators roster on the defense.
This is an interesting pistol setup. I mean, it's still stock standard for the T side. They just go straight up into B and see what they can or can't get done. So far, so good, too, as they pick off 2 clean, make that 3 headshots with smokes to boot as well. There's no way you're coming back into this. It feels Stanislaw finally delivers some good news, but it seems too far too gone. There's a kit in play. It's not like time is going to be the reason they lose it, so they'll give it the good old college try, and they even spot out the back of Barton. Now, if they're able to creep closer, there was a world, but that world is not this one. Barton and TRK close it out with relative ease.
Lovely work right there. Very clean on the job. But you have to make a quick fix. The wrong fix. You got a little bit of delay. You're living in the future right now. We will.
Hey man,
go ahead and fix
I'm
that.
just a genius. That's really all it is.
I'm sure. I am sure. This one's a bit more timely. But yeah, that was a good start right there for TeamOne. Again, those T-type pistol rounds, very important. Got to make sure that you're picking those up. So the fact that they're able to do so in clean fashion, very solid. Into the server there. Should be gold.
Yeah, it's not like you missed all that much. It is really just USPs getting plastered around the map, so it's not too surprising. But my question is, how far are TeamOne going to be able to take this T side? I will say the last couple of times we've seen these 2 teams square off, this has not been one in the pool, especially considering this is still technically a relatively new map, right? With all the changes coming through. So there is obviously that room of things that we haven't seen before. There's the element of the unknown, which I'm quite interested to see if TeamOne have played around with.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I'm definitely interested to see how they're going to work around with that. So far,
I got
it
a hot
seems
take about this
pretty
new
good.
map too.
Oh, go ahead.
I think this map is, in a sense, more CT-sided now.
I've heard that.
The changes, okay, for example, if you were to take A site on Mirage, you'd need A ramp, correct?
Correct.
In essence, the changes make it harder to take A ramp, but easier to take A site.
Interesting take there. Got it though. Oh my god.
Take that headshot though.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me right there. That's such a sick shot right there. Stanislaw looking to pick up the pieces there on that B side, and we'll do exactly that. Oh no, can't clean up the kill on Luke. Fumbles the spray. Now we got ourselves onto a 3-on-4.
Maybe a world where they bring this back again, but not if Pesadello's hitting sprays like that. The trade should be delivered here shortly, but you are still down by 1 man. They're split up though. That's the big question mark. It's not like everybody for TeamOne's grouped up in some centralized area. No. There's going to be a man late on this retake, and Barton, only element he's really got is the timing, in which won't necessarily win it. George coming all the way through CT. He's got another avenue cleared out for the Gaimin Gladiators to come back through in. He might even find a pick right alongside it. Hearing that nade bounce in from the A-ramp side, they know where every single remaining T is. It's all about finding these kills. Alongside that, there isn't a kit in place, so even more room that's now been cleared. George yet to spot the man in the corner. This should be a 1 round here for TeamOne, or maybe not if you're missing shots like that. They know where the last man has to come through. They know it. It's in the back of their heads, but he doesn't have a kit. George, no matter even if he gets the kill, there's just no time. It's the kits that aren't there that is the reason that TeamOne win that round. The Gaimin Gladiators now need to rethink their strategy into some of these rounds, because that might hurt.
That's definitely going to hurt right there. Absolutely brutal not having the kits, and you could see that they were so hoping that 3rd round buy was going to work there, the wonders, but the issue with it is that you don't have much money for utility, you don't have that much money for kits, so you really got to sacrifice if you're getting all those A1Ss, and they sacrifice the kits right there. Very, very brutal stuff for the Gladiators, but still a tough situation for TeamOne still. I mean, you got to look at their money. You've killed all 5, so if you can do more damage in this round, or even convert off of this round, then a whole lot of possibilities still, though. Barton going to nail the headshot fully blind.
That's a huge kill, too. I mean, with the changes to A, you kind of have to rotate an extra player over because of something like that, especially considering they've lost control of mid. Pesadello's gotten all the way up behind this smoke. And this isn't necessarily a force buy from the Gladiators, but certainly not a full save either. So there is some room for error to be made here, and Cynic is the only one that can try to fix that little gap that's been used up.
Just a walk out towards that A side there. They're going to disrespect this smoke as well, moving right past Carson's line. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Cynic putting up an impressive defense, but it doesn't matter. He's losing his teammates. He's done his very best, but it's too much to ask right there. Pesadillo, I think they've heard the flank. I'm almost certain of it. HE gonna track him down through the flames. No luck finding anything else there. Nice attempt though from B-Wills.
It's just a like really hot start from TeamOne. Like this is looking really good so far. The rifles haven't really given them too much to worry about, it seems. That last round was just kind of a mess all around. And this is really going to be one of the only times I feel like the Gladiators are going to be at their full power. Like, if you lose this and you go into another rifle round, sure, you've got all the pieces there, but outside the game, I mean, like, externally, is everybody going to be fully in it?
That's the thing, and so far we've seen a lot of good starts from the Gladiators. This is the first time we've really seen them on the back foot, and it might continue. Oh my god, TRK dropping 2 kills right there. Dreading out on his teammate in IDK. And look at this, Cynic trying to offer up a B-side defense, but he gets no success here. They're going to make a complete gamble towards this A-side. Surely they cannot afford a 5-0 start. That might just be what they get. They might not have any choice. Cynic spotting out towards that A-side, but yeah, I think they know that as well. Look at this, Pesadill's hearing all of this.
Yeah, they can literally just W key up into the site without a care in the world.
Oh, George.
I mean, we saw him, like, kind of half check it, and they still got their No way. That it might be the worst timing I think I've ever seen. And he calls it off, too, after that. Cynic, I think his mission's saving the AWP, realizing, finally, it's not necessarily worth going for this now, is it? It is going to be that 5-0 start, and maybe even a 6 behind it, depending on what this op can or can't get done.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal for Gladiators again. I mean, going for some proactive plays right there. You can see the ideas. You can see the momentum, the heat that they're throwing in these rounds. But it all just falls flat, it seems, from some crispy headshots from TeamOne. And again, I don't want to say that this is always true for the Gladiators, because it isn't. But if this is how the start goes, and we've seen how they finished earlier on and today, you definitely are seriously starting to worry. At least for this opening map.
Yeah, especially considering this is the T side, right? This is kind of where the Gladiators are supposed to find most of their comfort. And the fact that they haven't even been able to strike the scoreboard sells me for the worst. I mean, they bought up an MP9. You know, they've got a little bit of firepower behind the big green. But still gonna have to do something with it. Like, I feel like most of Cynic's impact with this op has been on those late round portions where it almost seems unwinnable already, and it's just about really saving it. Oh wow, he might be dead to rights here.
Yeah, I mean, certainly spotted, right? How committed he is to the angle, but a brilliant flashbang to bail him out. Nice leg shot landed. Cynic really putting up a great defensive effort, but limitations on the success right there as Pesadillo does deliver a trade, and Barton just phasing the smoke. Waiting patiently for that one to fade away. They're just going to hold on to that AWP in mid as well. They want to make sure no one picks that up.
They are toying with fate here. Pesadillo, does he go hunting and get aggressive for that kill? It doesn't seem like he does. All 3 CTs all grouped up here wanting to find this trade. And while he does get one, I think it's more impactful that he spots the rest of them. Maluki to pick up the change. And B-Wills, it's a big man to fall. One of your only weapons now lies dormant in the house area. And the B-site defense left all up to the lonely hands of Carson and his trusty 5-7. He's got armor and a bit of info on where some of these T's are, but what he doesn't have is HP or utility. Kills won't be following suit as the site is completely clear. Maybe George just looks to save a weapon.
6-0. The scoreline on Ancient T side. That is not what I expected at all. Good thing that George can retrieve that AWP, but man. What a turn of events. TeamOne firing on all cylinders, coming out right out the gates as well. It's promising stuff.
Wild. Like, as much as I'd like to highlight George saving this up, I still just haven't seen much get done with it. Like, you saw Cynic get that 1 kill, but in the 4-on-4, is that worth it? Like, when he trades that, when that kill gets traded back out, is it worth it? I don't think so. With how well TeamOne have been splitting this map apart, with how good they have been about taking house control and using that to go into one of these 2 sites, or just cutting off rotations, I think Cynic needs to value his life more. Or his team, because he was just kind of left on an island of his own.
I mean, I'm struggling to find any answers right now for the likes of the Gladiators here. Maybe Ancient is a map that they aren't too comfortable on, but I know they had success in the past. TeamOne just looking sharp as ever. Everything really working quite nicely. And look at this. I mean, this round is evident of it. It's a full-on stack towards that mid-B side of things, but they're going to arrive late onto the scene. George might get caught off guard here, but a lovely position. Spotted out, though, in the temple side. And he's just going to have to concede control.
Yeah, smoke off donut. Plant for CT. There's not really going to be much more to it, or at least plant for the safe spot. There's no way you can stop this from going down. And you're in a full-on 4-on-4 retake with everybody starting to dump in their utility like it means nothing to them.
Oh.
And now you see the Abba Maluki getting the work done. IDK, he spotted nobody in CT spawn. And that's going to be his gap to pretty much win this round for his team. As soon as George falls, there's going to be no extra line of attack for them to come back into the site. And I'd honestly just consider the save. Yeah, they get the hell out of there. That's a 7-0 start for TeamOne on the T side of Ancient.
This is brutal scenes here. IDK cutting it off as well. B-Will's looking to stick about. How long is he going to stay around for? He does find the kill. Good exit from him. Still, the hunt is in. Baluk. And with fire, he has that AWP presence. But he does find the trade. There you go. Dropping another weapon. And further pressuring that economy there. I mean, I don't even know if that's a factor at this point. You're talking 7-0. That's unheard of. And you had timeout called.
Has to do more. Straight up. What I'd like to see is maybe like a run boost towards Catwalk, because I feel like for the majority of this game, I guess that last round's an exception. TeamOne have just had full control of that B ramp side. Like, I think you need to do something about that because they just haven't felt pressured.
Right. I mean, the one round that we really did see them attempt it, TRK just found 2 instant headshots. And so, well, I get what you're saying. I imagine that the Gladiators have a whole lot of hesitancy in trying for those aggressive movements, trying to grab a lot of that space, right? Because, you know, in previous attempts, it's fallen so flat on its face that it has offered up nothing. But I'm with you, right? You have to take some sort of map control. It's Ancient.
I don't know. I mean, we're definitely seeing why TeamOne picked this map. I'll tell you that much.
For sure.
Like, they just look all forms of comfortable. Okay, here we go. Finally, Cynic's gonna get aggressive with this off. Flashes come blistering through, but yet to actually field a kill. Now that changes as he spots a whole hell of a lot more, and they're pinched in. It's not like they're getting out of here. It is commit or quit. It looks like they're gonna commit. Flash goes high. There's a gap to try and exploit in the smoke. Pesadello won't find anything of it, but they're still not anywhere closer to inching into this B site. Cynic and his op are finally putting in respectable numbers, and that could be the turning point.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Great round so far from Cynic, but it's not over just yet. They still have a lot to deal with. Lineup is in, but B-Wills, good for the singular. Of course, Cynic close by. Now Barton, minute left to ponder.
Save the op.
It looks like it, but he might stick around for an exit or two. That's seemingly what he will do.
I mean, any gun he takes away here is impactful, so I'm not going to say it's not worth it. Like, they've got some cash to throw around. You got Maluki on almost $1,200, or $12,000. Oh, that would have been so big, too. And that, wait. Did Cynic do that intentionally?
What's that?
Like, I know he was playing around the pillar to try to take a tight angle on ramp, but, like, did he play at that specific spot knowing that if he gets shot, like, he's alive?
I wonder. I mean, I'm sure he could have gotten him in the shoulder or something. But yeah, I mean,
sure.
It's very good angles to play. It's the ones that you can kind of back away from if you're in trouble.
Still interesting.
Yeah,
but
no doubt.
Even more interesting is the first round for the Gladiators. Finally not stepping on eggshells, but still the task isn't yet complete. They need to start chewing back away at this lead, and that's a good way to do it. Carson first, but he sticks around for more. I thought that was a bad idea, but he abuses it for 3 on almost 1 health. He shows no fear, getting every single person dismantled in middle, and now the bomb is in no man's land. It's almost unrecoverable, and TeamOne are almost already checked out of it too.
I want to know what sort of magic one-way Carson just threw because no one was shooting at him at all. That's incredible stuff, though. Luke gonna drop a kill, and again, talk about doing economic damage when rounds go so sour, but can they find anything else? Spartan on high HP as well. B-Will's covering this angle. The bomb is in the palm of the hands of the CTs here. B-Wills doesn't want to get caught on the timing, but still, Barton prepped for it. So another one drops. Flashbang's in. It's going to pressure this Opera here. Cynic has to watch between two angles. He'll drop as well. A 5-on-2 quickly turns into a 2-on-2. Bomb soon to be recovered. They're going to assemble a boost above the smoke, but now they're mollied out. They're going to be sitting inside of it. They're going to burn. Carson down to 14 HP. He has to dive inside the smoke, and now another kill coming through for Barton. A 2-on-5, now a 2-on-1. How did George get here?
This almost seems unwinnable too. There's still a smoke in play. He's on half health. You've got to walk into the arms of the op. And it just looks pretty dire. I mean, that's really all I can say. Like, you're right. 5-on-2. Carson won them this round. They just gave it away. Oh, my God, bro. Come on, man. What do you do about that? Now he's going to walk into the arms of Maluki. This op's posted. Good night, sweet prince.
That's sickening. That's just, like, so unbelievably sickening. 3 kills from Carson. And what I would say is a one and done at the very best. He finds 3 kills. He wins him the round, and then all of a sudden, the turnaround's in. And I feel like, you know, once that quick switch comes in, it wasn't meant to be. You were just, you know, destined to lose.
But the thing is, you feel pressured to have to go for that.
Oh, yeah.
We're in 5-on-2. Like, we can't fathom losing this round. And now you've got to swallow that pill. Cynic with the off back in his hands. He takes an aggressive stance in the A tunnels. And it puts him on high alert. The bomb was closely behind Barton, but after his teammate fell, he just decides to get away from there, not stick around for seconds.
Yeah, and I really do think that it was a wise decision for Rifler here of TRK not to go in for that trade too aggressively. Right? Great presence of mind. He was likely going to be dead to rights, dropping the bomb over to the CTs if he tried for that. So, you know, better a 4-on-5 than a 3-on-5 for sure. And now they look to recover towards that B side. IDK taking some shots, but they're setting up a crossfire here. B-Well is yet to be cleared, and in such a strong angle. Wait for the flashbang to execute. And now they are in that 3-on-5 position again. And it seems like they're forced to reroute.
Well, it should have come last time, but looks a strong contender for the second of the Gaimin Gladiators here. It is a 5-on-3, and we've seen them lose worse, hint, hint, last, but there's not really anything to go against them. It's not like they can throw any mollies in, get the trickery in there. Like, they've got 1 smoke left on Maluki, and that's it. He finds this pick. Maybe there's a world where they go barreling into A, you get the bomb down, play the post plant, and some magic happens. But as it stands, looks like this one's kind of under lock and key. George not too keen to give up an over-aggressive peek, in which case, even when he does, it's not punished. Bomb still sits tucked in tunnels, and with 15 seconds, this round is pretty much a toss away.
And no winning this one, I don't think. Oh, God.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like it was on, just not quite the shot. Popped off, but there you go. Second on the board there for Gaimin Gladiators. Better late than never, but definitely late.
Well, alright. Yeah. Still 6 in the deficit. 5 left to try to take. I don't know, man. Even if this half ends 8-7, it's like, is there really a world where the Gladiators are able to pull this back? You just look at TeamOne, and it kind of seems like they're just more prepped on this map. It doesn't seem like we're seeing anything fancy with the new changes being toyed with for the Gaimin Gladiators. The setups just kind of look default. And here's a new thing. Eco Rush A, a lot of people theorized stuff like this. When the smokes bloom in, how does the success change? So far, about the same. Stanislaw and co. seem to have things under lock and under wraps, but with the bomb now going down, seems like the end goal's been accomplished. With the upshot giving away extra presence, not only do they have a smoke for Temple, but they've got a 2-on-3 post plant with a weapon. Carson sat inside of his smoke over in Donut. He abused one in middle before. Can he abuse this one? No, but his teammates can as the nade gets thrown in. They know where Pesadilla lies. They're all lining up for him. Okay, he only gets the one. But still costly on the almost full eco for the Gladiators.
Great work being done right there. And the attempt from Pesa. I mean, once you start to feel those headshots come in, and it's Pesa on the other end, you're just so terrified. But they do trade effectively. You gotta appreciate Cynic being the sacrifice there, but they don't get his op. They actually don't recover that. And oh no, it's right in front of him. My apologies. I was looking at the left side of my screen. I was like, I don't see the op there. It's there. Right on the ground in front of me.
I don't know, man.
Here's a tech
I don't know.
rush B, though.
Back-to-back rushes. I'm game. I'm game. I want to see how this plays out, because right now, only one person here. It's not like it's completely uncontestable, and they've been able to find that trade, but a couple of players too far behind. Yeah, no. Okay, no glass slippers here.
I like the idea. You know, try an A rush. That doesn't work out. Try a B rush. That doesn't work out. And so now you go back to what's been working. Those kind of just pressure cooker defaults. Allowing for really giving Gladiators to do all of the heavy lifting for you in terms of, you know, overextensions and aggressive movements. Just post up, wait for it. No op in the hands of Baluk though in this round, so that could be a factor. But even still, right, if you're Team1, you're walking away pretty confident and happy with this half. Yeah.
For sure. And IDK should have this free kill lined up for himself too. Now, here's an interesting one. George abusing the one way this time, and well, he doesn't do it the way you should. It still works out, but that means the A site's ripped wide open because you just took care of the people defending it, or at least you know where they are. Process of elimination says we should be able to walk into this site, but that also counts for you having a smoke to cover off Donut, in which they don't. The op is still alive in the 3-on-3. And with health being low, there's probably a chance. Wait, no, hold up. What just happened? How did Pesadelo get there? He's completely behind Stanislaw, dumbfounded by what happened to him, but I don't think it's playing it for Donut. They're just going to throw a smoke over in there and say, let's get on with our lives.
Yeah, nothing that Pesa can do there. Another nice attempt at the clutch, but just not able to make it work from his position. And Cynic being very, very effective on the AWP so far. I mean, you mentioned his very, very slick position not too long ago on that B side. He does it again on that Donut side of things, where he's able to, you know, get an isolated pick while he's getting double swinged and get out safely. So positioning from Cynic, it's no surprise that he's very good at that. That's something that you gather with a lot of experience like Cynic has. But it's so, so effective. And another smoke block for the Red Room. Another chance for Carson to play the one way.
Well, IDK is completely pushed up through the B ramp, and he almost won that aim duel too. If he did, I don't see a world where the Gladiators pull that back. But still, it seems like they've finally been able to keep Team1 in this little cage where they can't really get past these choke points to actually get into sights. Like I said, I mean, it's just so hard to do now, I feel. TRK, oh, his shoulder's been spotted. Carson, he's put on alert. Flash thrown in as he tucks into the right-sided corner, and he's going to go ahead and swing right back out. Say, hold this, and take a pick.
Elusively safe right there, I imagine. TRK was feeling, but definitely not the case. The close left corner can be deceiving, as he's found out, and now again a reroute here towards the A side, but look who's ready. Cynic just posted up at a 3-on-5. Does miss the tripwire, but he doesn't go back for another peek there. Instead, he's going to allow them to scale up. He's going to rely on his teammates, but no, he does eventually jiggle out. George going to find himself a kill, and Barton activating a little bit late on the flank, I should say.
You know, this round made me happy, because when this map originally had changes, I remember talking with a couple of people. I theorized that exact setup. So, PogChamp.
You are the, yeah, Symphus? Cut, Anthrin, in for the coaching role. Just
Only
telling
for
him
Ancient.
everything. Only for Ancient, though. Man, that would be
Every
kind
other
of
map.
sweet.
Hands off.
New HLTV article about the best players on maps is very interesting. Maybe they could, you
Throw
know,
me a bone.
if CSGO gets big enough, you get a coach for every map.
Okay. I kind of like this. Or, right, analyst. Simple.
There you go.
Well, this has been B-Will default a couple of times now. Just take some contact, dunk in that Molotov, and call for some assistance from the K player, which has so far worked out every time they've been tested at B. Like, when they started to establish this default, Team1 have really started to struggle. And it gave a lot more freedom to Cynic to start to get mobile with that op and start to punish these over-aggressions that Team1 have historically been doing on this map. And now you see the end result. It's clinically put together. Gaimin Gladiators might just win, what, 6 in a row?
Yeah, it's lining up to be at least towards the tail end, a string of rounds that looks like an Ancient game, but then you have to take into consideration the fact that TeamOne just did get that 7-0 start. And that's not going to bode well, even still with this scoreline. You can't be too comfortable, but ooh, look at that nade tracing them down. Cynic's definitely heated up, though. That's a good sign. Tries for thirds, but does eventually get punished, but job's already done. Say that with a lot of confidence. I'm not too sure about it, but eventually they do close. Stanislaw to finish the job. An 8-7 half victory for TeamOne, at least for now. We'll see if that remains true after this break.
Ooh, I can't stop this feeling. It's setting all my doubts on fire. Ooh, like you won't believe it. Won't let a moment pass me by. Too late, can't win, I'm giving in. 'Cause I can feel something coming. Coming over me, holding me till the morning. And it keeps me dancing when I feel something coming. Coming over me, I just keep dancing. Ooh, morning light so blinding. It's on the ceiling and the walls. Where is my name? 'Cause I can't find it. Those early memory lane walls. Ooh, but I know it's the price that you pay. Ooh, for living it up on Saturday. I can't win, I'm giving in. 'Cause I can feel something coming. Coming over me, holding me till the morning. And it keeps me dancing when I feel something coming. Coming over me, I just keep dancing. The time that it takes. Feeling this great is worth the wait. I can feel something coming. Coming over me, holding me till the morning. And it keeps me dancing when I feel something coming. Coming over me, I just keep dancing. I can feel something coming. Coming over me, holding me till the morning. And it keeps me dancing when I feel something coming. Coming over me, I just keep dancing.
It doesn't matter. We seem too young to understand. And for the better. The weather changes when we dance. Belong together. Catching sunsets, riding waves. We stay forever. Where the rhythm never ends. 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 Where the rhythm never ends.
We're back here once again with the second half of play. It will be TeamOne looking to continue their success here on Ancient, but now on the CT side, and I imagine that would go just as well as they push in towards that B side. Aggression coming through from Carson, and the back lane's claimed. from the T's there. Basic Dill looking to stand stronger. They certainly will.
Carson's still all the way in CT spawn, and it seems like they know, but almost half know. He sits inside of the smoke, and he heard the footsteps of Barton, but they'll just decide to pepper shots through, and right behind him emerges Barton for a Team 1 9th and a victorious CT finish, which they could start to abuse.
Definitely the case. Should be able to. That's for sure. See if they can continue their success here on the CT side. Up against only Glocks. You like their odds. And they've definitely invested quite a bit into this. Look at this. Barton buying an AUG first round. Going all out here. Up against the Glocks. Oh, this nade's going to do so much damage.
That's huge, dude. That's so crazy, man. And after it pops, too, they're just going to go sprinting straight out in the middle. It's going to be a target practice for Pesadello. Nothing but T's and almost unarmed at that rate. Long range blocks. What are you really going to get done with it? Apparently, that. Okay, well, Maluti's not having a good day, but everybody else is.
That's just no fun at all. Getting sniped away by a Glock while the rest of your teammates just farm up ecos. You're just thinking, what could have been? The sweet, sweet eeks. Slipping through your fingers.
Slipping through my fingers.
It's a good one. Love that. Love that song.
You do?
I love it only from TikTok. That's all I put it. Stranger Things?
I listen to TikTok songs,
Oh
guys.
my god.
I'm good.
Well, Anthron rages away at TikTok. I say that there's not a lot of TikTok, not a lot of pep in the step of Gaimin Gladiators. They're just waiting out these smokes. Very patient, in fact, on this initial default, and wisely so. I think they know that with what money they're currently dealing with over on T1, kind of going for this bonus, probably not a lot of utility going in their pocket. And they're exactly right. One smoke left and 5 flashes is all they have.
Same thing kind of goes for the Gladiators, too, though. I mean, they've only got 3 smokes, and one of them's about to hit the dust. Like, Civic is not recovering from that, and Pesadello almost lines up 3, but 2.5. He'll take that. Barton here to pick up his teammates' footsteps. And walking into him one by one might not be the smartest of ideas, though it could be now as he's turned his attention away. Completely timing, Stanislaw might have caught the better of it, but as he moves forward, he realized Barton's done the same, and into the A side he's gone, even deep to CT, bro. It is a game of cat and mouse, and Stanislaw just can't win it. Wow! Hi!
Kirsten.
Oh, that's unfortunate, because he's dead.
Plain and simple. Yeah, no bomb plant for him, though, so it'll be all for naught unless Buos can make up for it. 1v3. Has been quite the clutcher and finds the first kill. MP9 though trades it quickly, importantly so. You don't want to fumble around like that. Not a 1-on-3 this early in the second half there. And again, you know, potentially we could see Gaimin Gladiators' woes in the second half continue.
Yeah, so far it is the Team 1 show again. We kind of saw this in the first half too, where Team 1 just took the reins of the game, kept it going until they got to 8 rounds, and then they kind of slowed down. But it's going to be easier to pull something like that off on the CT side. The Gladiators really biffed their opportunity. It took them so long to catch on what was being thrown at them that they just couldn't react. They lost the lead, and now they might even lose another round, but not if they keep this one going. The bomb still dropped in middle, but they brought us back to a 2-on-3 with the AWP dropped and now in the hands of Carson. TRK still positioned up to try to bang out, but on 16 HP, I don't know how much banging he'll be able to do, and not for much longer. That nade is a slam dunk, and leaves IDK in his own little 1v3.
Yeah, there's no real rush right now. He's going to make a long reposition to try and catch them off guard, but again, all you have to do really is trade things out. And what is going to be the game plan? What's going to be the route that they choose? Are they going to get bombed, double back towards A? It seems like what they're going to do. IDK in a bit of an interesting position, but we're talking a 1v3 still, and they seem to become aware of it. 1 kill in for IDK, he retrieves the A1S, and now it comes down to can they trade him out?
Stanislaw's been spotted. Oh, nobody called. No way. There's just no way. He saw his head. Look at the top of his head.
Oh, man.
No, man. He's going to go for it, though. He doesn't have a kit, so time is going to be of the essence. He's got a little bit of utility and a little bit of magic to try to sprinkle in there. Stanislaus tucked himself into Temple, and now IDK is going to come walking in right eye peak. He's got a little bit of an advantage, but that's only if he hard-2 in his corner, and he doesn't. Stanislaus will absolutely annihilate him, and the Gladiators will get on the board early for this T side.
I actually cannot believe their luck right there for the Gladiators. What a way to win a round. Just coming down to the most insane timing. Absolutely absurd right there, but you'll take it any day of the week. We'll see if that success follows suit with a little bit more. I mean, this is a big force buy attempt from TeamOne. Risky, that's for sure. And a couple of Famosas at UMP. If they drop this, then Gladiators will be right back in this game score-wise.
I feel like this is a misread on the economy. I think maybe they thought their money's still weak considering how few players saved. I don't know. I'm trying to justify this buy in any means possible, but I'm not able to. It just
Get out
doesn't
of there.
make sense. Now Carson's hot on the heels of a couple of players, one of them low. They're both stuck in the corner. Molly comes out, bro. It is utter shenanigans, and somehow the CT side comes away with the first. TeamOne, do they stop there? No. IDK doubles down before all is said and done, and they don't know that TRK is still tucked into this corner. He might get another freebie just on that fact alone.
Yeah, he's on such low HP, and he's sticking out a little bit. Just drops that smoke down. That's going to reveal his position, and we're just making sure to be careful about his position as well. Nice spot from Stanislaus, though. Putting pressure on Maluk. TRK down low. Two players very, very low on HP. Barton standing alone on that A side and trusted with the defense there. What is this split up?
This is impossible. I just don't see a world where he's able to take this. I love this ballsy play from TRK, though. Or not TRK, sorry. It is. Okay, I got mixed up there. Not too sure. But the reason is, I mean, if he would have just stuck there, it could have worked if they were to walk out cave into sight. I think it could have, but the fact is, now they're left 2-on-3. This was your force buy. You just call this off.
Yeah, this is, I need to call that for sure. I was with you. I like that play from TRK, but Stan just seemingly in the right position so consistently in this round. Wetting things out towards that red room for a freebie and the 4-on-3, in fact, and that's the equalizer, and then he follows it up with a big kill on that flank, just trying to take care of any sort of heroics that were possible from TRK on such low margins. And again, with that round victory, we're going to get closer and closer to that scoreline. At least the Gladiators feeling more and more confident in gathering double digits.
Yeah, the Gladiators are starting to wake up. You got the fans in the Coliseum roaring for them, it seems. And they're here to deliver. I mean, look, they like to entertain every now and then. So one more rifle win, and they might just walk up to a lead. You're not going to get that here. It's just some pistols around the saved weaponry. So this should be easy street for them to find double digits. It's past that where troubles are supposed to arise.
No doubt. See them collect it here now, at least attempt to. The util thrown out towards middle. Ooh. Oh, cat molly. That's pretty nifty.
You haven't seen that?
I'm not.
That's been thrown since day one, ain't you, homie? It's just more effective now. Anyway, scout on Maluki. If there's any chance it finds a kick, it's right here. Oh, he even pre-angled at the head. But it's not enough to find the kill. Can't react in time. Stanislaus got the better of it and fields him a 5-on-4. That gun now unrecoverable as the nade blows it right into his crosshair.
Now patiently waiting his pace up. Only with the P2000 to work with there, so definitely limited on his opportunities. And B will staying as well. All the B players just dropping at the wayside. Seems. IDK sticking about though.
No, not really any risk to making these audacious beats. Not like you're going around anyway. Oh, wow, all right. Sure, go off. That's a free AK.
Yoink.
Yoink, see ya.
Peace. Only Pesa gets away with kills like those. It's pretty absurd that he walks away with that one. Holding on to it would be quite nice, but again, not the biggest deal. Still have, you know, investments coming forward here soon. And I say that though, it does have some limitations to it. You look at TRK, he's only at 1700.
I can't blame them going for this. Yeah, I like this hunt because if he saves that AK, he might just drop it off or pick it up himself. So the fact that he dies there guarantees you're not going to see an op in this round, and that makes their lives so much easier.
That's very crucial right there. And like I said, TRK gonna maybe get an A1S here. No, Moss instead, and full utilities. So that's at least a good sign right there that they're bringing a lot of those util kits. But what they don't have is actual kits right now, and that's a big deal if we get into the post plants. We'll see if it ever gets there though.
Well, in Gaimin Gladiator fashion, they're just going to go straight into the site without a care in the world. Smokes get thrown in maybe a bit later. Actually, no, they're not. I thought I saw a trajectory of one, but they decide to call it off. So they go up, they don't find anything, they back away and try to reset it. But it seems like the damage has already been done, and TeamOne have taken a lot of space off the back of this early round aggression.
They have really good space as well. And again, they just really don't want to get it into a post-plant situation, right? That's something they look to avoid. Cynic, they're going to dive in for the peak of TRK off the flashbang. They show a little bit of shoulder there, but doesn't commit holding that angle. Instead, they're going to reroute, try and take that cave control, regain mid-access. But there you go. There's the pick Cynic was hoping for. Wonder re-aggress right off the back of it. Maluk going to dodge out on that flashbang, and Cynic spotting him out, but extending a little bit too far. Sand gonna drop as well as Maluk finds two. B-Wolves finally delivers a trade, but that man advantage held onto it, and bomb's been confirmed as well.
Not for long. Pick it back up, and now Barton realizes he could be contested here shortly as they start to crouch walk in. Carson shows his behind, and even though Barton gets tagged up fairly low, he'll walk away happy with that kill. It'll leave it all up to B-Wills, who we previously named the clutch man himself. Does he have one in him? I mean, low HP is Barton. It's not like it'll be impossible to get under the site. It's afterwards where you wonder what he's going to be able to do, but he just decides to no care, nonchalant, walk straight out through it. And alongside that, he's going to have an angle to tuck himself back into on this post plan if he wants. So as soon as he clears out Temple, all his suspicions will be confirmed gone. Barton yet to show a shoulder, but as soon as he hears the bomb numbers being punched in, he's going to go sprinting up, wanting the first pick. Oh, it's needed. B-Wills, this is the easiest one, but Barton makes it look like the hardest as he shuts it down. No room for a clutch and no room for the Gladiators to keep going forward.
Oh man, scary stuff right there. And again, B-Will's in that 1v3. Once he gets the bomb planted, and once he has that opportunity, that prime position to find a kill on the Barton, I almost like B-Will's odds in that position, but he doesn't quite find that initial kill, the one that should have been the easiest. Barton finds it instead, and maybe that's the value you can bring to this team. TeamOne, they finally find another round after a little bit of a dry streak.
And is it going to be consistent? That's what the Gladiators are not hoping for. This op is now in play, though, so the task in front of them has gotten just that much harder. Luki saw him get a couple of shots with it in the first half, right? I mean, not like he's cold, but who knows, that side often just hits different, and it's a complete brawl in the middle of it. The Gladiators won't be winning a 2-for-1 trade. Very happy as the CT side and TeamOne. And that smoke denies any sort of trade potential from Carson, so they get to actually walk away and secure that.
A big man advantage secured, but how long? Payson making no secret about his position. Oh man. So I'm gonna disassemble the boost. He's able to walk away free of charge. I'm surprised he didn't chase him down, but just not wanting to give over further advantages. Stan.
I don't like that. I don't like
too
that at all.
wise.
I mean, I get what they were trying to go for, right? You didn't want to let them know the boost was happening, but the fact is they just fell off and walked away from it anyhow. Might as well have just peppered in shots to try to catch him on the fallback, and now it seems like there's no way you're bringing back this man advantage. They're just going to have to regroup and try to hit a site.
I think sometimes in those 3-on-4s, someone has to make a proactive move, right? Maybe one of the better opportunities they could have gotten is just fallen at the wayside. We'll see if that comes true. Is aggression coming through the red room? Carson finding a bit of a gap here. No one covering this angle. So they'll take a lot of liberties towards CT spawn. Again, zero attention being drawn in towards this direction. George popping some shots off, but again, it's going to confirm further information. Pesa now finally covering it, but gets an instant headshot. Stan, valuable that he stays alive. Distraction pulled forward, and TRK spotted on that B side. Barton going to be mollied off in towards Temple as well, but they have to clear this, and this is a hard angle to clear. There's no escape, though.
Carson's a dead man walking. It's all at the Stanislaw. the man who's stepping in for this event. Well, he's got to bring this one home for the Gladiators. A flash pops high. Barton's position very well noted, and they know where the second is, too. Who makes the first overextension? It's TRK. He gets punished. It's not even like he's low. Stanislaw takes matters into his own hands, and the Gladiators scream in the team speak for him as he single-handedly gets them their 11th.
A rally cry right there coming through from the IGL of the Gladiators. Fantastic work done from Stanislaw right there. That's a clutch that was so necessary. Maybe even a clutch that can help them close out this map, right? It doesn't get more important in these late stages for teams to close rounds like that out, and TeamOne letting that slip through the cracks right there could be everything.
Yeah, now it's just pistols. This lead should be gone. This should not be a round that TeamOne contend with. Even if it's close, I don't know if my opinion's going to change. Maluki, he might not let it be close if he gives up peaks like that. But there's one thing that I love about this team, or rather this CT side so far of TeamOne. There's been a lot of moments where they'll smoke off the left side of the cave entrance, and they'll use that to put the pressure on the Gladiators in mid, in which that's usually where they wanted to go and where they've tried to find success. So you can see the adaptation, the gears turning in TeamOne's heads to try to counter this.
No doubt. Okay, does have something to say. Anything else you got for us?
I don't know, man. I feel like the first one was already a bit much of an ask.
One more.
Dude, there is people everywhere. He is not getting out.
Once you hit one nice 1D, everyone else is like, I don't know if I really want to peek him at the moment. I'll let you handle that.
Shall I take that for you, sir? I mean, I like how the Gladiators play it. It's a 1v4, and a lot of players will just go for an overextension there. Yeah, it's just the deagle. That's how you get killed. That's how you lose your weapon. That's how you need to rebuy. But what the Gladiators do, just set up crossfires, keep them trapped. You swing into us, or you keep a deagle. It's a win-win. Oh, wow. Look at this. Note straight out of TeamOne's book as they go sprinting out into A, and I don't think this is going to be hurt either. I don't know if Barton was close enough to actually hear the footsteps coming through, but after the utility comes popping, and it seems like they're most certainly put on alert. Stanislaw, too, has got a nice angle behind this smoke. Barton even gets a shot off into him, or rather a couple, just not enough to deal the final blow as flashes bloom across the site. They want to deny this plant. IDK thinks he's killed the planter, but he couldn't be more wrong. Absolutely bamboozled on the 4-on-4. It's a hellfire of utility, but right now feels like the Gladiators are uncontested in it.
Stanislaw having impact even in his death and boosting up. George is going to win out on that duel versus pace, so that's the heavy hitter taken down. Once you lose him, you lose a whole lot of morale for this retake, and they're going to call this one quits. It's going to be a lead gathered from the Gladiators. On the T side, they pulled off a comeback, just so unexpected, but so welcomed for a team that's been struggling in the second half all day today. This is polar opposite from what we've gathered from them.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like, TeamOne had one player in the realm of contending for the A site, and he was pushed in donut. I mean, I get the idea. Again, I think in this current meta, hitting A like that's just a mix-up. Like, you haven't really done anything A. Hell, you haven't even sent a lurker there, so it's like, they're just not going to expect it. And out of sudden, all out of nowhere, boom, full-on A hit. It's not ready for it. But I mean, the question for me is, why are they pushing through smokes like that without flashes completely dry? And that's where the problem started to arise. And now, again, it's just utility, but it seems like TeamOne have learned from their mistakes. No, maybe they haven't.
Oh my
Carson,
god.
It's fine 3, because why the hell not?
That's so surreal. That was incredibly quick headshots just in a string. IDK gonna phase the smoke. He should be able to find one. Doesn't find the second though. Great positioning, great spacing from the duo right there of Stan and Cynic. Numbers getting punched in here.
Oh, that's a lineup.
A little bit better for the spam in the new position. We'll see if it comes back to bite him. It's a slight second advantage for Barton to take now, but how far has he gotten in towards this retake? Pretty deep now, but Crossfire really difficult. Gonna play off the contact here. Initial exchange taken, and there you go. That's a lovely bit of positioning from George and Stan to close out.
Well, 14-12. The Gladiators T side just seems to be getting out of hand. It doesn't really feel like TeamOne know what to do anymore. These buys, become more and more meaningless as time ponders forward. And the Gladiators starting to build up funds for themselves. They've got everything in reserves. It almost feels like they're probably going to buy for the rest of the game. And it certainly looks like they're going to favor towards A again in this round.
Carson doing what apparently does best, just fighting for mid-control. This time, though, going to lose out on that early exchange. Luca going to win that. Now a 4-on-4. Short-lived. Was a 4-on-5, no longer the case there. And again, there's that low HP bar in Maluka that you got to keep an eye out for as the rest of Gladiators make their way towards A. I believe a little bit of a sound cue made out, so now they know there's presence in A main that they have to be wary of. Barton certainly on alert.
Well, he's going to have a lot in front of him, a big task to try to accomplish, and so far the training's been spectacular for the Gladiators. So I can't imagine he gets away with a big multi-killer, maybe I'm dead wrong. Drops 2 in the process, including Stanislaw, the bomb carrier, all confirmed for the side of TeamOne as they come rotating in and sprinting forward to try to put a quick halt to the Gladiators' T-side success. So spotting one behind the smoke, B-Wills will even out the odds, and now it seems like weapons-wise, the advantage goes the way of the T-side. Smoke still to be thrown through, but Maluki's gone undetected. Shadow given away, and George somehow picks up the kill, all up to TRK. He's coming through in Donut. 1 kill may be guaranteed, but the second not so much. Though he falls off the boost, TRK's got all the info on where the remaining players are. He knows exactly where B-Wills lies, undetected to his knowledge, but B-Wills swings right in. The whiff is punished, and the Gladiators go up to 15.
Again, you just love B-Wills in those 1v1s, 1vx situations right there, and that's another one that he's going to convert upon. Fantastic work done, and map point gathered in such a atypical fashion. This comeback on the T side, very clean from the Gladiators, and just the fact that they're able to come back in general is fantastic in terms of what we've seen out of them tonight. Carson, again, barreling his way through middle, not a care in the world. Barton looking to defend this A side, but yeah, you're exactly right. They've already made their way past him.
1-for-1 trades, Yellow Man at the back of the site. Pasadella with it all to do to try to buy time for the rotations, but one man can only get so much done, especially when he doesn't have utility. Carson, head on a swivel. Only to 1, though, I guess lucky enough for TeamOne. They keep finding these trades back and forth, but with both CT's positions now very well noted, George has all the info in the world to try to close this one out upon IDK. Jiggles right in, but George has an open avenue to try to flee the scene as he can go towards B through CT spawn. Though we'll have to take a fight to get that way. He's got 1 smoke to use and a bit of time to play with, but they keep themselves split up for now. As soon as the smoke gets thrown in, should be easy picking, but he swings back into Maluki, and now he knows where the last man is. Half HP, IDK to deny TeamOne from losing their own pick. And it doesn't seem all that favorable now that I think about it.
Post plant in time to get wherever he wants. He's going to tuck himself in towards K, but he's planted for that back lane, so a lot of different positions. A lot that IDK needs to be aware of. He's going to take that early fight towards alongside, but all of this noise being made, George knows exactly where he's coming from.
Molly thrown right into his angle, and he's going to go ahead and swing through for the fences. George takes it with glee. A clutch to close it out for the Gladiators, who steal away the pick of TeamOne and really put the troubles on him.
That's such an incredible feat right there.